My name's Aaron, welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm viewing from the house of Vuitton, Californian Dreams. Of course I'm getting that song now appearing in my brain. For 100ml, this is 265, and for 200ml, it's 375. This is based around a sunset. Mandarin is consumed by joyfulness, tempted by ambrette and subtle warmth. Vanilla tinge benzoin. I would never put benzoin. This brand has tricked me before and I loved it. So the notes are Mandarin, ambrette and benzoin. Okay. Do we have our bottles of Louis Vuitton Californian Dreams? Are we engaged with our higher self? Let's get testing. So I thought I'd show you the time and effort that goes into when you purchase a Louis Vuitton fragrance, because it's not just about the luxury brands, the fragrance, it's the experience of unwrapping it and the time and effort and the design of this. So if you've never seen it before, inside you have the Louis Vuitton, and then inside you have very noisy paper, and then you have the presentation and 2 samples. I think this is lovely. It's very simple. It looks like the brand. It feels weighty, robust and sturdy. I love the decoration. I love this. I think it's really, I love it. This sort of ombre effect. And inside the box, another box. So then you have the embossing and debossing. A lot of thoughts gone into this. The LV logo on the top, and then inside you have the bottle of the fragrance. Quite a lot to get in. Each step feels very clean. I just love this effect. I think this is so beautiful. The pink going into the blue. For me, very, very appealing. Just feels weighty and sturdy. Love the cap. This feels like luxury to me. So that's the thing when you're sort of purchasing a luxury brand, it's the experience of it as well. You know, how it's constructed, everything about it. Love the magnetic cap, the LV logo. So let's have a look at the atomizer. Okay, so what am I expecting? I'm expecting the use of Umbrella, the perfumer. He loves the use of Umbrella. That's the first thing. I'm expecting long-lasting, bright, airy, clean. So we're saying Umbrella as well. Okay, so I'm quite excited. Let's buy the fragrance, see what we think. This has got that celery note, which is the cistery hexyl salicylate. You have to be really careful of that because it can give brightness and cleanness. And I think this would have been difficult with benzoin. Benzoin is primarily uses benzyl benzoate, and those sort of raw materials are difficult to work. Benzoin can give a smoothness, can give a vanilla aspect to a fragrance, and can also work with other compounds to smooth them and round them as well. Benzoin is like a golden toffee color, dark toffee color, hard. Actually comes with in the concentrate, so in the huge amounts it comes with a warning because apparently it's an irritant, but at trace amounts it's very, very safe. Ambretolide, masses of ambretolide, hevetolide, hedione, methylpamplemousse. This is better on the dry down, so I wouldn't judge it on the initial blast because you're getting all the compounds to give elevation, but this is quite radiant and clean. So this is primarily a musk-based fragrance, and these, I think, you really have to understand mathematics and you have to understand chemistry. You have to understand how things work together. So this is galaxolide, hevetolide, ambretolide, and then smoothing with the muscone, muscanone, and exaltone. And the ending of them are ketones and will, depending on the structure. So you're getting lift, cleanness, smoothness, and that is the must. So that really is the chemistry of the fragrance. And I was asked, do you have to do a chemistry degree to be a perfumer? I don't think always, but I think my chemistry degree, and I've just completed a master's in perfumery as well, it's all chemistry based. And I think if you haven't got a really good grounding in chemistry, you're going to be lost quite quickly, because chemistry is not only about chemistry, it's about mathematics, and it's that really clean thinking that you're implemented in. That's really what a chemistry degree does. Within perfumery, it's all about compounds, acetates, aldehydes, salicylates, ketones. And really, if you don't understand that as a chemistry, so the chemistry, I think you'd be lost. After a while, I think you would need to do the research in that and sort of understand what these compounds do. And it's not just about what they do, it's this sort of how they're constructed. I always ask in a It's surprising when I'm speaking to a distributor. I always say, ask about what is the chemistry to manufacture it. And I'm asking sort of quite a lot of in-depth questions. A lot of the times they go back to the company and they ask, and that's really important. For me, you also get taught about percentages, dilutions, and you kind of have to understand the world of chemistry, I think, to do perfumery. And I think a chemistry degree is really valuable. I think you can come at it from biology if there's a really heavy chemistry aspect, but I think chemistry really sits hand in hand with perfumery. On to my final thoughts. This smells really familiar actually to the other citruses in the Louis Vuitton range, which is not really surprising because this is the perfumer. This is how he constructs citrus, and it's got that sort of signature to it. The lemon, the mandarin, the benzoin is an interesting touch. It's giving sort of warmth to the fragrance. I wouldn't have thought about using benzoin with citruses, but it's working sort of beautifully. Beautiful amount of elevation, beautiful amount of lift. But do I like it? I really like it. I think it's very lovely. The initial hexanol salicylate molecules were a little bit too apparent. I was like, oh gosh, this is a little bit too watercress or celery note in it. But that dissipated quite quickly. Now you're left with a very lovely, bright, enjoyable fragrance. Do I think it's groundbreaking? Absolutely not. Do I think it smells nice? Yes, absolutely yes. Do I think there's a lot of mathematics in this and hard work? Yes, absolutely. Do I think it's worth the money? I hope I've shown you through unboxing, Oliver, you are buying a luxury brand, and I think you're paying for that experience. And so in this aspect, yes, I do. Because it is what it is. And I think if you want to smell like beautiful, and all citrus is kind of constructed around the same way, and you're looking for a little bit extra, or you're looking to spoil yourself, I think you want that extra wow factor with it. And that comes from sort of the packaging, the opening, the experience. And I think there's so much time and effort in this. I do really love it. I'm not getting an 8 out of 10. I think it's great. I kind of really love it. But it's not inspiring me. It's not doing anything particularly innovative or interesting. I mean, the benzoin's a nice touch, but I would love to see something very exciting. The one I loved, I can't remember what one it was. It was so interesting. It was that sort of sweet one. Can't remember which one it was. I really loved that because it was so exciting and so different, and really was a take on classic sort of citrus summer fragrances. But this isn't. This is just like really safe. I think that's fine. I think it's really fine and great, but I don't think it's particularly excited me. But I think it's everything else is very lovely. So if you love that review, thumbs up and subscribe for fascinating, interesting content, lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance views. Hope stay safe and well. See you soon.